What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at the best meta players in every position for the Premier League. So normally this is kind of your starting team. You tend to go with the Premier League and stick with it as much as possible, really. So we're going to start with the goalkeepers. Going to run through them really quickly, as there is only 4 that I would say are worth. You could throw Martinez in there potential, and to be honest, there's a potential that he does get Team of the Year goalkeeper. Whether he does, he did technically get the Ballon d'Or for goalkeepers. It's an argument. But in terms of the 4, my personal 2 favourites are always going to be Ederson and Alisson. Dudek this year most definitely is better than what I anticipated, and maybe if he does get an upgrade, could see some light in any team. Onana's a very cheaper option, I must admit. I've seen him a few times and he's definitely impressed throughout rivals and maybe low-end champs, but nothing in comparison to the 2 goalkeepers in the Brazilian nation. Them 2 for me are the easiest 2 choices and some of the better goalkeepers you can physically get in the game. Fullbacks are definitely something that we've lost one. We lost Cancelo, who most definitely was in the top of the category when it comes to fullbacks, but we're already starting to see some come through. When it comes to the left backs, I feel like Robertson, now Cancelo is gone, is just having fun with it. He's always the top spot. Lamperty definitely early on did challenge him. I must admit, when we only had gold Robertson, Lamperty was definitely the choice that you could go with. And again, maybe Ferland Mendy, Davies, you're looking at Theo Hernandez, they're going to take the light away, and I must admit, there is some positions that the Premier League is lacking this year, but we are only 2 months in, so this compared to maybe a month's time or the month's time after that should be a lot better and full of potential options you can actually put in a fullback, centre back, midfield, striking role. Like I said, we got Robertson, Lamperty. Them 2 are my personal 2 favourites from the Prem. I did throw in Robertson's gold card just to show as the cheaper option. I want to give you all the budgets. I don't want to just go high end, because we could just throw in 90 Virgil, Alisson, 94 Haaland, and you're absolutely away with the fairies. Like, it's just not going to happen. Not everybody has got millions upon millions to whack into just a Prem team as well. So yeah, I've got him for 12k. It's pretty much discard for a normal 86 in terms of that is the low rate that you're going to get him at. John Enquiries, not a bad little upgrade. Well, I'd say not a bad introduction to the game, but he is going to have an upgrade as well with the UCL items. Whether that comes very, very soon, I believe we get our pre-order bonus on Wednesday, so that is a potential to get him there. And I believe he's an 87. Whether them ratings on Futbin are right, I don't know. It could just be a guess. They've gone with a 1 upgrade just to see what they are. I'm hoping there's multiple upgrades on them. I don't particularly want just an 87. I think with John Enquiries, he needs like an 89 and 90 to put him into that field, because if you give him an 87, I may as well go with the 86. I might as well wait for that 89, that 90 to come out in a few months, and then we have the discussion. But if we do just get a +1 on most of them, or if not all of them, they are just going to be like the Centurion icons. You might as well go with the base. On the right hand side, there's easily one option. I've kind of just buffered it in, really. Nobody's really using Trent or James in this until they get a bigger upgrade going in. Walker is just the option. He's absolutely incredible. Relatively cheap for an 84. I say that. 43,000 coins. Great pace. You're obviously going to whack the anchor on him to give more even defending and physical bonus. Easy right back. Trippier threw in there again, mainly for the playstyle plus between him and Trent. You've got the long ball pass, and I believe Trippier has the whipped pass as the playstyle plus that can be utilised in different ways rather than just having a very pacey fullback. But realistically, we all know it's going to be Walker. FC24 is here, and Sky Coach has all your needs covered. From squad battles, champs, qualifications, and even now draft boosting, there is a long list of services they do give, as well as coaching, and also the big one everybody wants in FC24 coins. This service is fast and reliable, and you will get your coins, your boosting services, or obviously coaching in a matter of hours. If you do want to get any of these, make sure you head over to skycoach.gg, go onto the website, and when you go to checkout, make sure that you are using the code JT11 at checkout for your 5% off your orders. And if you'd prefer to do this on mobile, check out the screen right now with the QR code for their mobile app. Now, the one thing they do have is the centre backs. We've got an absolute abundance. I have personally just gone for the number 1. So we've got 90 Virgil, 610,000, very expensive. I would recommend go for the gold. 163,000 and will give you absolutely everything and more. You are not going to notice the difference between a 1 pace, a 1 defending and a 1 physical. I just guarantee you don't. Maybe when he does get the 92, 93, then we talk about of an upgrade, but realistically the 89 is going to be more than sufficient pretty much till team of the year at the very minimum. I reckon I could get away with gold Virgil till team of the season. He is that good. The best centre back you can get that is gold 100%. So realistically, it is Virgil and who in a Premiership partner. You've got Saliba as a very cheap option now. Good pace, defending, physical's nice. He definitely was a 50, 60k player on the day one. Then we start to see him come down as everybody started to get your Virgils, even your Companies, your Kings, your Varans, who most definitely now has taken a massive hit, let alone having Blanc, Vidic, Thiago Silva released into SBCs. I normally don't put SBC players in here, but I quite like Thiago Silva, and he's there for a few more days yet, I believe. So if you want to get him complete, this is a warning as well that he is going to be finished very soon. Company, on the other hand, exquisite. If I could have my partnership out of any of these 2 or 3, Virgil, Company are the first 2 on my list. If I was going for a 5-back, I'd probably go between King, Silva and Varane. I think if I've got to pick Prem, they are the other 3 options that I'd probably go with. Diaz was a nice option, but I just wanted some more pace. He got like a 4 or 5 pace increase from his gold, and it just wasn't good enough. I need at least over 70 with a 90 rated card, and naturally we will see that progression, but it's not yet. Then we do have Ogbonna as a Pro Live card, so can go up a 4 upgrade if the assigned Pro can win the tournament or win the league, whatever it is. He could go up to a 91 with 3-star, 4-star, a playstyle plus added to him. It wouldn't be a bad upgrade for him, even if he just gets 1 or 2 upgrades. That's really not a bad card, but he is coming in a little bit expensive at the moment as we only are on day 2 of release, so we will see how that one does progress in the coming future. Now we have got a few midfield to go in here. Straight off the bat, you can see Yaya Toure coming in at just shy of 1 million coins, and then a double upgrade of his version into a 1.8 million coin card. Still a 4-star, 4-star as always. Obviously, he is going to be as meta as you like. He was last year, and naturally he is going to be this year as well. He's one of them players like Vieira, like Hullet, like even if you went for the Cruyff, R9, Pele, they are just meta no matter the tactic. He is that build, that inclined, and that statted. And naturally, his price tag will come with it. If we look at a few of the lower ones, though, you've got a few. And I must admit, whenever I like to start a new game, if I'm thinking I'm very casual on the game, I like the new special cards. No one wants to sit there with a gold team. I want to get my team as special as possible, as quick as possible. So a 14k Gallagher, if I can't afford your Yaya Toures, your Ramirez's, even if you go out of the league and you look at somebody like insert player that is a CDM that is incredible. Someone like a Matthias, completely other end of the spectrum, but you know what I mean. If I can't afford the 100, 200, 500k cards, I could stick at a 10k card. It's not got bad stats, and yes, to the meta of the game where we're looking at the Yayas, we're looking at the Ramirez's, we're not even going to dream of having a Gallagher even in the club at a time. He's going to be sold or SBC'd off. But for anybody that is casual, not spending money, very basic at the game, that could be a viable option going forward. Same with Tonale. I know he is gold and that goes against what I just said, but he's still a very good option in a Prem/Serie A Italian team. Wouldn't be too bad. We then have Thiago at 100k. Love his passing game, very much like KDB. He's got 2 more pace, 5-star skiller. It's just a weak foot that does let him down. We have got some new pro cards as well with Dele Alli and also Calvin Phillips. I'm not too sure who Ali is actually represented by, but I'm assuming Calvin is represented by Tex. So could we see the winner there? He looks on absolute form. So we could be seeing a 90 rated Calvin if he does get his way, but it is an open field to see who could get that upgrade. So a 90 rated Calvin at this point, if you could take that gamble of 200k, what would a 90 Calvin go? And how long it takes, I don't know if it's January or February that we get the final, could that withstand the price over the time? It's an interesting one. We then do have Kev. I like Kev in a team of the year, team of the season. I'm not a massive fan, even if his gold card is still in my team. It's mainly that incisive pass that does the work. I know this one he has got a long ball pass, which is a little bit different and definitely has a different element to them. And it's why I do like the change of a playstyle plus, as it can make it not necessarily make or break a card, but there is times where it does. If you've got an option between somebody with the exact same stats, but he has a different playstyle plus, you could potentially go with that one instead. You've got Bruno as the highest rated Bruno you can go for. Again, Bruno and Bernardo, I haven't got Bernardo in here as he doesn't really have a card yet. Them two can be very similar, but need a big upgrade, so I wouldn't necessarily go massive on that one, especially the fact that Bruno isn't going to get another upgrade. Love to my delight. Ramirez and JJ, though, two very good hero cards, definitely on the higher end. Ramirez, fantastic. Honestly, this card later on down the line is going to be wonderful. He does have a UCL coming out, but it won't be fixed that kind of soon. I feel like if we look maybe at a 93, 92, that could be the best box-to-box you've ever had, especially if he does get a skill move or weak foot upgrade as well. JJ, on the other hand, a 5-star, 4-star, always good in that 5-5 inevitably when he does eventually get to there, but still a very good option today. Now, in terms of wings, we have a lot. So just honourable mentions, Son because he's in the striking list, and then also Diaby as a very, very cheap option that can just run down that wing. The quick step does absolute wonderfulness, especially being only 4k. So on from them two, we have got Matoma and Doku here. Even though I don't feel like they are the meta, they are two to definitely look at, because naturally they've already got a couple informs for Doku. Matoma got a No, he didn't get a player of the month. He got a evolutions, I think you could do. And I think he got one inform as well. They are two that definitely are to watch. I believe there's meant to be a leaked evolution coming out, and Doku is the front runner for that one. Could be an interesting one to see what rating we get there. But even on a cheap basis, very quick wingers, definitely two to keep your eyes on. Rashford, on the other hand, I like him as a striker. I feel like he can still play on that left wing. Does have the power shot playstyle plus. If you can utilise that in the most efficient way, he's going to be an easy signing for 50,000 coins. And I know we have got him in that top left corner because 1.7 mil is a big jump from the 85. But again, offers the exact same. Incredible player, just at a heightened level. We then have Harry Kewell, who's always been a fan favourite of mine in terms of in the game. I just like the overall stats of him. Very good on the pace. Shooting with a hunter on him, even better. Passing's good, dribbling's good. Very good left wing. And naturally, as he goes through the 4-4, the 4-5, we're going to be seeing a lot more of Kewell. And then we have definitely an interesting kind of trio here. Diaz, incredible pace, 4-4, obviously loves his shooting, dribbling's absolutely exquisite. I believe that's the final upgrade he can have into 88, so we will see how he progresses forward, but again, 1 million coins is crazy. Grealish, on the other hand, has got a bit of a different twang to him. He is more of your agility based card. He's very much left stick dribble. He's not quite got the 90 plus pace everywhere, but he's got a very good basis on his dribbling and also on his passing. So he could be argued to be a cam left wing depending on how you want to use him. Willian, a brand new card in the FC Pro Live. Again, I don't know if he's the highest. I'm pretty sure he's joint highest. 88 rated, that could potentially go to 92 if the Associated Pro does manage to win the whole thing. That would be outstanding. A 92 playstyle plus added, whatever it's going to be. 5-star Willian. No wonder he's at that sort of price right now, and it'll be interesting again to follow his rank as we go through. And then on the other side, we have Joe Cole as a triple threat hero. Not really fancied him, to be honest, too much. I kind of like him slightly, but Cole is always one of them ones that is either you love him or hate him. And I've always had kind of your Salas, your informed Sakas. Naturally, Cole has always been a little bit too late to when I get him. This year, we've used his, I used his loan card for a hero and wasn't bad at the start of the game. It all depends on who I was going against, because naturally the teams now have definitely caught up to actually spending points, so it is an interesting one for that, but is still a 4-4 and worth looking at. We have Saka as a 90 rated, 840. I'm pretty sure Arsenal are through now, and again he has got to that 90, which is still outstanding. The only issue with this, and like with Diaz, is his rating is going to be the highest he's got for a while, because if he does manage to get an inform or another special, likely chances are they're going to be under that 90. So it is what it is. And then definitely one to choose. He is an SBCs for the rest of the month. Salah player of the month is absolutely crazy. Finesse shot plus, unfortunately has that 3-star weak foot, but to be honest, it doesn't matter. The pace, the shooting, everything about Salah in this game is extraordinary. And the fact that you can get him done for no actual coin value, if you was to just grind him out, is impeccable. The only issue you've got is Mbappe is coming. And then from an abundance of wingers to not many strikers. Okay, so let's work through them then. And Nkunku's there as a cheap option. I like his dribbling, the 5-star skills. As a budget, not a bad player. Definitely going to be worked out very quickly, so he's kind of just a slight mention. And then we already go to expensive. There is very little cheaper options other than maybe your 90 to 100k Haaland. I like him, but I just think he can be quite bulky at times. The only thing I really like is strength, the absolute pace as he just blisks through, and then also acrobatics. Volleys, headers, he is always good with that strength element. Then obviously we do have his 94. 2.7 mil is a massive jump, and yet still doesn't have a weak foot upgrade. Would have loved that weak foot upgrade. I know he has got an inform that is a 92 as well, so there is a few different options, and you could kind of pick between which one you like if Haaland is a must. Son in fact, I have inputted him mainly because you can get a Trailblazer, you can get an inform, but this card was well worth the SBC as well. Very expensive to do, don't get me wrong, you had to give up some cards because we didn't have the League SBC back then. So if you've managed to do him, then he again is going to be wonderful because now you'll have a Son left wing, you'll have a Salah right wing, and then a potential Mbappe player of the month, which I'm yet to see the price on, up front. That is a trio beyond all trios at the start of the game. So that is a must-do if you wanted to. And now you've got to go for the informal Trailblazer, but that was the option, so I just put him there. João Pedro, love the upgrade from him. We managed to get him on the second account on week 1 of his release, and he was already good that time. Now he's had the 88 upgrade, a beautiful striker if you can get him. Again, I'm pretty sure he's had his double upgrade now from his 86, I want to say he was, all the way to his 88, and is a must if you are looking for a striker for coins. Keane and Tevez as the 2 hero options. Tevez, nice. I like him. I am waiting for that upgrade for the UCL hero. Not going to lie, I feel like he needs that upgrade. I want to see Tevez at like a 92, 94. That is where I'm going to get really excited for a lot of these heroes. Same with Keane, to be honest. Even though as a cheaper striker option in the Prem, he is very good at what he gives out. But again, if you're looking at the 90 plus, that is when we're going to start really getting into these hero debates. And it's not just going to be put Mbappe up front, put Son, Salah on the wing, Virgil at the back. We want to see a massive spread at the moment. And that is, I think, where we're going to hopefully with the next few promos, because it is just already a set 11 with maybe a few different options that you can go with, and that for me is not Ultimate Team. But that's going to be the list. Let me know down below if you've got any of them players and what is your most expensive player in your club right now. Take care. Peace.